Say yes or no. Okay. Chalo Vinit, we'll start. So in last class we have discussed regarding impotence and sterility. We learn what is impotency, what is sterility and all. And what are the causes for impotency, what is the causes for sterility, and those all things. And even in male and female, what are the causes for impotency and sterility, we have discussed in the previous class. Am I audible? Okay. So today we are going to discuss about the medical examination for sexual capabilities in males. Okay. So today we are going to discuss a medical examination for sexual capabilities in males. How you come across these conditions, like when you will become a doctor and all, how you will come across that a patient will come to you saying that examine for me for the sexual capabilities. Like it might be in two ways. One is when the police brings your patient to you for a medical examination about his potency and sterility and those things. And second case is the patient himself come for any pathological condition, something like whether he wants to check whether himself that whether he is impotent or potent or something, these kind of things. So usually the request from the police officer should be needed to conduct a medical examination of a male for his sexual capabilities. Understood? And consent you have to take from the patient, that is very important. In a written consent you have to take from the patient before starting with your medical examination of sexual capabilities of a male. Okay. An examination should be carried out in the presence of any witness. If you are examining the male, means some witness should be there along with you while examining the patient. And suppose if a female person is there, then there should be a female attendant or a nurse or someone should be there accompanying with you while examining the patient. That is very important. And you have to take the history before starting your clinical or physical examination. You know what all to take in history, that is there any neurological, regular the preamble and all you have to note down, that is name, age, sex and those things, and those things you have to note down. And rest of that you have to note down what is his complaints, chief complaints and all those things as you take in the clinical OPD side or ward side, or how you take the history. The same way you have to take the history. Along with that, what are the main things which you have to focus while examining the person for his sexual capability, that is there any neurological or psychological disorders affecting him in the previously or presently, any kind of neurological psychological, that you have to try to elicit from the patient. That is very important. And sexual history, you have to take his sexual history, like about his sexual intercourse with his partner or his live-in, whatever. You have to note down those things also, like is there any problem with the erection, or is there any problem with the ejaculation, or is there any problem with the maintenance of the erective posture, these things. And systemic disease like any diabetes or any hypertension, any hormonal disorders or any thyroid dysfunctions, these all things you have to elicit from the patient. General and systemic examination. In general and systemic examination, detailed examination of CNS, central nervous system, has to be elicited. Central nervous system, is there any neurological defects or something like that, or any muscle weakness or any paralysis, these things you have to elicit. And genitourinary system you have to examine for any anatomical malformations or any congenital abnormalities, congenital deformities, these things you have to elicit. And next, endocrinal dysfunctions like thyroid, diabetes, these all things you have to elicit from the patient. whether he is suffering from that or not. And next is metabolic disorders, that also you have to elicit from the patient. And local examination of genitalia. After completing the history part, now you have to go for the local examination of genitals. In local examination of genital means what all you have to, mainly the thing is like semen analysis. What is semen analysis? Collection of semen from the person and go for its analysis, like sperm count, motility, any malformation, any deformities in the sperm, deformities like any absence of head, tail or cap, something like that. You have to note down these all things. If suppose he is having azoospermia, oospermia, oligospermia, these things you have to note down. That is very important. Like in sperm, semen analysis. How to collect the semen? That is by masturbation. And opinion. How to give the opinion? Your opinion should be in a double negative format. What is double negative format means? I will tell you. You have to give an opinion in either of the two formats. One is like there is nothing to suggest. You can't say that directly the person is potent or person is impotent. That is not acceptable by the code of law. You have to give your opinion in such a way that there is nothing to suggest that he or she is incapable of having or participating in an act that of sexual intercourse. There are no findings which are suggesting that the person is having a incapability in participating in a sexual intercourse. That means to say that the person is potent. Understood? That means to say that the person is potent, because we are not finding any evidence or any findings to say that the person is impotent or a person is incapability of having the sexual intercourse. That is one format. And second format is there is a evidence. There is a evidence. That means there are some findings which are suggesting that the person which I have examined, that is who is incapable to perform a sexual intercourse. That is another format. There are two formats. Understood now? The first thing is there are no evidence, there are no findings which are suggesting that the person is incapable of having a sexual intercourse, incapable of participating or having a sexual intercourse. And second one is there are some evidences, there are some suggestions, there are some findings which suggest that the person is incapable of having a sexual intercourse. That means to say that the person is impotent. Understood? And test for impotence, that is nocturnal penile tumescence monitoring test. That is nothing but NPT test, nocturnal penile tumescence monitoring test. How it is done and all, you leave about that. Just remember nocturnal penile tumescence monitoring test, NPT, nocturnal penile tumescence, NPT test, that is enough. Is one of your MCQ. And papaverine or prostaglandin test, PGE test. One is NPE, nocturnal penile tumescence test, and second one is PGE, papaverine and prostaglandin test.